here from Japan. You are watching Dance's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? It took me a while to come out with a video about this fight, Martinez versus Miguel Cotto, because this fight is such a close fight to me to call. I mean, I know a lot of people would probably automatically look at this fight as Sergio Martinez, he's going to win the fight easy. You know, Sergio Martinez, he's the natural middleweight. Miguel Cotto is not even really a natural junior middleweight. And people consider some people consider Martinez pound for pound, maybe in the bottom in 10 now, one of the best fighters in the world. All right? Now, I mean, they have a decent argument, but yet at the same time, there are always pros and cons. And when it comes to Sergio Martinez, matter of fact, when it comes to both of these fighters, what makes this such a difficult fight to call is both of these fighters, they do some things well, and they also have a lot of flaws, okay? I don't know if I would say a lot of flaws, but they definitely have flaws. And Sergio Martinez's flaws, they stand out more, in my opinion. You know, the thing with Sergio Martinez is for him to be such a slick fighter, or you know, at least he sees himself as a slick fighter. His favorite fighter, we all know, is Roy Jones Jr., and he tries to somewhat mimic that style of fighting, his hands always down, you know, the slick, pretty type style, right? But for him to have a style like that, surprisingly, he has a terrible defense. And, you know, this is, once again, just like talking about Juan Manuel Marquez. We all know that Marquez is known to be a great counterpuncher, but it is very unusual for a guy to be a good counterpuncher and have somewhat of a terrible defense. Marquez, he has a terrible defense to be a counterpuncher. Every time we see him, he has a cut over his eye, he has a busted nose, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And Sergio Martinez, to a certain extent, that's kind of how his defense is. It may not be as bad as Marquez, but it is nowhere near as good as it's supposed to be when it comes to someone being a slick thinking type fighter. That's the reason why he got caught in the Julio Cesar Chavez fight. And quite frankly, if Chavez would have had more confidence and let his hands go earlier, the outcome would have probably been a lot different. So, you know, going back and looking at Sergio Martinez's last three fights, you know, there were some positives and there were some negatives, of course. Let's not forget the fighters that he was fighting, they were not really impressive world beaters. They weren't that impressive, okay? He fought, Darren Barker, he fought Martin Murray, and he fought Macklin. These are the type of opponents that Martinez has been facing. You would think that if he was facing opponents like that, because we all know if someone like a Floyd Mayweather was facing opponents like that, if someone like a Guillermo Rigo, an Andre Ward, you know, if they were fighting opponents like that, then it would be expected that they go in there and destroy these opponents, beat them in a very impressive, dominant fashion. If you don't get the knockout, you at least win almost all the rounds by way of landslide. Right? But see, this is not what Sergio Martinez was able to do against these type of opponents. And this is the reason why it makes it very difficult to try to decide who's going to win this fight. Matter of fact, when I first heard that this fight was signed, I was strongly leaning towards Miguel Cotto to pull the upset. I just felt that Sergio Martinez, he has never really been in the ring with a short, compact, little tank type fighter. Right? And that's kind of what Miguel Cotto is. But not only is he aggressive and he's compact and he can go on the inside and fight on the inside very well, Miguel Cotto also has a terrific jab and a really good defense that I don't think he gets enough credit for. You know, if you go back and you watch the Cotto versus Mayweather fight, in that fight, Mayweather, he actually missed a lot of punches. And he would say later on that Miguel Cotto, he had a pretty good defense. And the reason why Mayweather had that bloody nose in that fight, which I told people before that fight, is the main thing that Floyd Mayweather is going to have to watch out for is Miguel Cotto's jab, because he has a terrific jab. that's what gave Floyd Mayweather a bloody nose. And, that was the only punch that Cotto could really land consistently on Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd, when he's on the ropes and he's watching for your power shots, his defense is basically designed to block all of your power shots. He doesn't expect a person to throw a jab, because people don't usually throw jabs when you have them on the ropes, or when they have you on the ropes, they don't usually throw jabs at you, right? And that's what Miguel Cotto did against Floyd Mayweather. He changed it up. Floyd didn't expect that, and that's how Floyd ended up getting his nose busted in that fight. So, Miguel Cotto, he has a terrific jab, and he has a great defense. Another thing that Miguel Cotto said before the Mayweather fight that I thought was pretty telling is Floyd wanted to wear 8-ounce gloves for the Cotto fight. And surprisingly, Cotto wanted to wear 10-ounce gloves. You would obviously think it would be the other way around. You would think Cotto is more of the knockout guy. Floyd is the finesse boxer. He would want to just, put pillows on his, on his hands for the fight. But it was the other way around, because Floyd Mayweather understood that Miguel Cotto, he comes in aggressive, and Floyd Mayweather, he felt that he would be able to knock out Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto, on the other hand, he wanted to wear the 10-ounce gloves. This is what Cotto said. He liked to wear the 10-ounce gloves because it actually protects your face more, because the gloves are wider. And we all know that Miguel Cotto is known for, having that standard block, just keeping your hands up high. But it's worked for Miguel Cotto. His defense is very hard to penetrate. You don't normally see Cotto getting caught with, the same shot over and over, or getting caught with 3-4 punch combinations. His defense is not the best in the world, but it's very impressive. And quite frankly, his defense might be better than Sergio Martinez's. So this is the reason why I was kind of leaning towards Miguel Cotto. But then at the same time, when Sergio Martinez was explaining how Miguel Cotto, he was being very difficult, through the negotiations, and he's so fired up. Usually I don't allow what people say about what they're going to do in the ring to really alter my opinion on how I think the fight will play out. But because this is such a close fight to me, Sergio Martinez, him saying that, he's heated and he's fired up and he's never been so hot, and he's never been so ready to get in the ring and try to knock someone out because of what Miguel Cotto put him through in negotiations, that's something that's got me thinking. That Sergio Martinez, he may have even more of a better chance to win this fight. So I'm all over the place when it comes to this fight, because like I said, I could also see Sergio Martinez on his toes, boxing very well, and maybe, the long little vacation that Sergio Martinez had, maybe it does him a little better, and he may come in and put on a terrific performance. So, but like I said, at the same time, I'm really looking forward to seeing how Martinez deals with with Miguel Cotto's inside game and his jab. I think that if Sergio Martinez ties up Miguel Cotto a lot on the inside, which is what he will most likely do, then the fight will benefit Sergio Martinez, and it may go in his favor. But if Miguel Cotto can get around all of the grappling, and he could establish that jab, and once he establishes the jab, all the other punches fall right into place. So, that could happen too. So I'm not going to give a prediction on this fight, but I'm just going to tell you guys right now, it'll be a terrific fight. It'll be very competitive. This is the type of fight that we needed to happen. Finally, Sergio Martinez is fighting a different type of style, somewhat of a star who knows how to box a little bit himself. So, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. And also, this, of course, sets up other bigger fights in the future. Of course, we all know that Canelo wants to fight the winner of this fight. Well, actually, he just wants to fight Cotto, but we'll see if Cotto is willing to fight Sergio Martinez if Martinez wins this fight. All right. So, man, I'll probably make another video talking about this fight, but I just wanted to give a little small breakdown of what I think about this fight at this time. All right, guys, I'm on to the next one.